Hello everyone, today you join me on the River Taff in Cardiff. Today I'm going to fish above Blackweir. I haven't actually run a float through yet, but I am set up. I'm using a lignin float. It's 4 number 14s and shot. The river's running quite clear, in fact very clear. The leaves have started to drop. We're already into October, so I'm going to start off on bread. Now hopefully I'm going to catch a chub, maybe a roach, but we'll have to see. So catch you in a bit of a sec. Just to show you what tackle I'm using, I've got the same rod on as I used on the River Wye. It's a little swing down round. See whether you can pick that up. It's a Daiwa amorphous whisker match rod. It's got a splice tip in it, which is very fine. And you have to watch because it is so fine, you can get tangled up quite easily on the top ring. So a float which is a favourite float of mine, you may have seen me use it before. As I said, it's a 4 number 14 lignin float, dome top, nice orange tip to it. The shot is just above hook length again. There it is. It's all grouped up at the moment because I'm going to be fishing with bread, and I want the bread to go down as quickly as I can. And I've got a size 14 hook on. I'm using a thick sliced Hovis loaf of bread, but it's about a week old now, so I don't know how I'm going to fare with that. But it still seems to be good enough to put on the hook. I've gone through once, and as yet I haven't had anything, so we'll carry on. To be honest with you, I'm amazed at the wildlife that's around this area. I had to come past some allotments to get to where I'm fishing now, and just past it there was a field which it looks like they're using for horses, and there was 2 pheasants in the field. I've just seen a kingfisher going up and down the river. There's been a yellow wagtail, and as I speak, a flock of 7 ducks have gone past. So there's a yellow wagtail, a kingfisher, 2 pheasants, and several ducks have just gone past me. It's incredible what's around you. You just don't realise, do you? Hey folks, I've just got my first fish on. I'm presuming it's a chub, and it's giving a good account of itself. It's taking me downstream. And this is on the bread. I'm not going to rush the fish because I haven't got very heavy line on. I've only got 4 pound line on. So it's thumping about quite a bit. Try and swing you round, there's no way you're going to be able to see this. Pushing more towards the water. It's steeping deep in the water, that's a good sign anyway. Obviously you can see I'm still recording. I tried to position the camera around for you, and it came out of its holder. It's not the usual holder I use for the camera. And anyway, I have got the fish in. It's in the landing net. There we are, we're back in business again now. I'm pleased to tell you this is a pretty decent chub again. I can imagine this is at least £4. And it's gave up. It's really healthy, which I'm very pleased to see. The hook's out. There is the fish. That's it. See if I can get out of the net better. It's an absolutely stunning chub. £4 plus, I'd say. Oh, I couldn't have wished for a better stab than that, to be honest with you. So I've only been fishing here, I'd say 15 minutes, and I've got a £4 chub in the net, so happy days. I'd have to say it's been a lot better fishing already than I've been experiencing on the River Wye. It seems a far cry from when I used to fish it around about 40 years ago. I used to fish it in the mid-80s, and the fishing then was a lot better than what I've been experienced. But the fishing I used to do then was round the Liswen, Irwood area, and this is now taken up by the Wireless Federation. You can fish these waters under a day ticket, and you have to book up using their calendar system, and I think they only allow a few members on each water. But unfortunately the club I used to belong to has long since lost these waters. There's obviously fishing available at Hereford, but Hereford is very heavily fished. You know, where the prime spots are, you usually find that anglers are already in those areas before you get down there, so you don't get much of a look in, unfortunately. Anyway, with that, I'm going to carry on fishing, because obviously I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, so after that chub, say he's about £4, that's what I'm using on the hook. It's bread flake, and I have got maggots and casters with me, but I'm going to keep going through with a bread flake just to see if I can pick another one up. Well, the weather's been quite favourable at the moment, to be honest with you. I'd say the temperature is around about 13 degrees centigrade. Obviously we're into autumn now, there's leaves falling on the water, and the water is a lot clearer than what I thought it was going to be. It's around about 3.5, maybe 4 foot deep, and I can see right across the river. So obviously I've been here quite early. Whether that was just going to be a lucky chub or not, I don't know, but we'll carry on, we'll have a go, see how we get on. The water is so clear I can actually see the bread flake underneath the float. It's trundling along on the bottom of the river. I'm able, to be honest with you, to fish right across, well, at the moment I'm fishing halfway across the river, because it's such a fine day and there's not a lot of wind around, it's not an issue, to be honest with you. Let's carry on. I've just started catapulting in a few casters. It's short of the middle, to be honest with you, just to make it easier for me to fish. But I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this, as if by magic. A couple of ducks have appeared right in front of me. They just seem to come from nowhere, don't they? Okay, I'm now on the double caster. Somebody can pick that up. I know it's vibrating a bit on the size 14 now. I've been fishing with the bread now probably about an hour, in between fishing the caster as well, and it was just that one fish up to now. Okay, I've been fishing the water for a couple of hours now. Gone through a few times with bread. I've been fishing with casters on and off for a couple of hours, and now I've just gone on to maggots. I've seen the odd fish come to the surface, which I presume are chub, but they appear to be just taking the odd pieces of food off the surface, whether there's the odd fly on there or whatever. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pan you around and just so you can see the water, and there are a lot of leaves that are coming into the water now. As you can see, it's nice steady swim, say about 3.5 foot, maybe 4 foot deep. But it's having a fair old pasting off the leaves at the moment. You know, whether that's putting the fish off, I don't know. But you carry on anyway. Oh folks, it seems like I'm in the middle of a major leaf fall now. You know, it does that on this time of year, and there's a slight breeze picked up and it's taking all the leaves off the trees now, so it's definitely not helping at all. It's not helping with my big presentation either, because it's catching a line all the time. I've increased the amount of feed I'm using. I've stepped up for the maggots, stepped up for the casters, but apart from the odd fish I can see, which is two fish breaking the surface, that's about it. You know, I've had no other indications whatsoever. River's full of leaves now at the moment. It's going through relatively well, to be honest with you. Just can't seem to get a take at all. I had about 7:30 this morning, about 4 pounds. There's been no indication whatsoever. I've stepped up the feed, as I was saying earlier. Been casters in, gone through with bed again. Apart from 2 fish, well, I presume there's 2 fish, maybe using the same fish. Fish coming in up to the surface in 2 different areas. One which wasn't that far from my place, to be honest with you, and the other one further downstream. There's been no activity at all. I've had no small fish taken up, be it minnow, gudgeon or whatever, or roach or dace. So that's where we are at the moment. Obviously I would like to catch something else, but if it is what it is and it's just a one fish, at least it was a decent sized fish. Okay, in amongst the kingfishers which are patrolling up and down, there's been a yellow wagtail which I've seen on both sides of the river, and unfortunately something I didn't want to see, there's a flock of goosander in here as well. There was several birds patrolled upwards of the river, so it's not a really good sign, to be honest with you, because they do take a lot of the small fish out here, and I haven't had any small fish at all, so I'm just wondering if it could be that they are the culprit. And obviously we've got the resident cormorant, which has popped up below me and above me as well. Once they start diving in the river, you know, they mooch around, and if there's anything in front of you, they'll just spread right across the river to get away from them. So as always folks, if you could give me a thumbs up, like, click on the notification bell, and if you click on the red subscribe button, you can watch more of my videos. Catch you in a bit. Okay everyone, I've been fishing now for about 4 hours and it's only been the one fish. Hang on, I'm doing a video sec. So there's a couple of people shouting across the water. As I say, it's only the one fish I caught after about 20 minutes, half an hour after I've been, I should say, started fishing. And since then it's been just flogging the water. You know, I've been through with casters, been through with maggots, fish for red quite a lot of the time. There's been nothing else I've shown, so what I think I'll do now is bring in my keep net and weigh the fish. Okay, hopefully you can pick that up. I've zeroed the scales and I'm just about to bring the fish in now. Okay folks, that's a bit awkward for you to see. So the fish comes in at 4 pound 8 ounces. So 4 pound 8 dead on, so that's another decent fish. And let's be honest with you, it's in excellent position. One last look at the fish. You can see it's very strong, so I'm not going to mess it around too much. I'm going to put it back now. Again, thank you to everybody who's watched my videos. Just watching this fish swimming away. So, really nice fish. Just pity on putting more on it. But there we are, that's how it goes, isn't it? Better than catching maybe a tiny chub and nothing else. I'll take a 4 pound 8 ounce chub any day. So thank you again for watching.